my crafty friends, I'm here to share a card and my first machine quilt with you guys. So, well, first finished machine quilt. I'm going to start with the card and the supplies that I used. So, the paper that I used is, I just used a little piece of this. This is the My Favorite Things Hearts and Stripes. My favorite die, I use it all the time, is the Avery L. Wonky Stitches. The sentiment inside is Lily of the Valley A5 Verses, and it's this one right here. It's sometimes the little things that really make your day. So here's a special wish to bring a smile your way. And then the coloring sentiment is W+9 Party Animals. It's the first time I've got to use the little giraffes in this. I've had it for over a year, and just trying to use up some of the ones that I already have that I really, really love. So those are the supplies that I used for the card. Here is the card. I think it turned out super cute. Colored up my little giraffe. I used glossy accents on his hooves and his little horns, and as well as on the balloon, and just did it like a meandering kind of look in the background. I like doing this, and it's with the BG40 and BG30, and I just kind of drink too much coffee and just kind of wiggle around, and it gives it kind of a sky texture, and I really, really like it. And then this paper is MFT craft cardstock, I do believe. And then just the inside with that little sentiment. Sorry, the lighting's kind of crappy right now. And just stamped another little giraffe, and I do believe that that is Lawn Fawn Walnut ink. And just kept it really simple. And then the back is just with my signature. So there's a little card, and I'm going to share with you guys the quilt. Try to get in here a little bit. Okay, so this quilt was made with Tim Holtz fabrics. And the reason that it was made with Tim Holtz fabrics is for a couple reasons. Number one, the nursery for this is travel themed. And the quilt was made for Tracy Treasure's 24's grandson. Tracy, if you're watching, turn off the video and go away. And because I don't want her to see this yet. And so I used the Tim Holtz fabrics, as well as some Kona cotton and navy blue. And the thread that I used was Madeira Aurifil. And I did it in kind of a gray color. This is number 120. So that's the thread that I used. It's kind of a gray color. Kind of a medium gray. Because gray hides really well in a lot of different things. And because this is my first quilt, or machine quilt, even though it's a straight line stitching, I wanted to hide any mistakes I might have. I also used pins and pin mores to baste it. These are the pins that I use, and I just bend them. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just bent it, and so it goes in really easy. And these are self-healing. So let's see if I can get it open. Okay, here. So basically you just take your pen and you push it through the fabric, and then you put this on the end. And so they go in really easy, they come out really fast, so that you can continue on with your free motion. So I decided to try the pin basting rather than the spray basting. I don't know, spray basting to me is fine, but even though it washes out, I was afraid with a baby quilt it might leave some residue, and I don't want anything, you know, to make the baby sick or anything like that, even though they say it washes out completely. I don't know if I trusted that. So here's the quilt. This is the backing. I'm probably going to have to pick up the camera for this, guys. So this is the backing of the quilt and the binding. And I did stitch the back of the binding on by hand. I've mitered the corners. And so I'm going to open this up a little bit. Okay, so the reason I chose this particular fabric for the back was the airmail. Being that Tracy is Canadian and I'm an American, and all of our mail has to go airmail. And then the bonus to that is that my husband works for the Postal Service. So it just kind of cracked me up with the airmail and then my husband working for the Postal Service. So that was just the reason for the backing. So, and you can see that there are, you know, lots of straight lines and there are lots of mistakes. And all I did was quilt it some more. The lines were not meant to be perfectly spaced, perfectly straight. I wanted the quilt to have kind of an organic feel, and so by not paying attention too much to how straight it was or, you know, how far apart they were, that leads itself to the organic feel. And then here's the front of it. I'll show this little part first. I did some zigzags because in the studio there is in the nursery there is some chevron. So in these little squares I did some zigzags, and I just think it turned out really cute and added some more texture and some more fun. And this piece right here, I love this piece. It needed a little pop of color, and so this gives the little pop of color, as well as has kind of that mixed media feel, which we know Tracy loves, and I think her daughter does too. And then here is the fabric for the front. Move my thread out of the way here. So this has the, let me get this pulled down. This has what looks like blueprints of airplanes. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really cool. I bought extra of this fabric actually so that I can do something for my husband as well, because he was a crew chief in the Air Force. He's a retired crew chief. So I just thought it was really, really cool. And I chose the Kona cotton in the navy to kind of pull all that together. And then the star fabric. I actually showed the fabrics to Tracy that I chose, asking her opinion on which one she liked, and she really liked the star and she really liked the airplane, so I knew that that was going to be the bulk of the quilt. But I added this one as a little pop of color. It needed a little something to make it bounce, as I call it, and then the binding is that airmail stripe, which I think is just totally cool. So here is the quilt. It's just a standard crib size quilt, as you can see. And quilting in the gray just kind of makes it all disappear. I still have to defuzz it a little bit, but I think it turned out really well, especially for my first quilt. I was really happy with it. I found out a lot of things about quilting as I was doing this. I'm not such a fan of pressing and starching and cutting. I don't really enjoy the whole pressing, starching, cutting process, but I love the quilting process. When I got to the quilting, I was like a kid in a candy store. I had so much fun quilting this, and it was really hard to put it down. I did it over 2 days. I did use my walking foot to go around all of the seams, all of the edges here, and around all of the binding, I guess. Not the binding, but the lattice work. In between each row, I did that, and it really helped me to be able to eliminate a lot of the pins by doing the walking foot. And that was loads of fun as well. So this is my quilt well, actually, it's Tracy's grandson's quilt, but this is my finished quilt. And of course, it's my first, and it's going to somebody else because that's just how I roll. So anyway, and then there's my little card. So these are going to be going out on Tuesday, and so it'll be probably, it takes about 21 days, I do believe, for Tracy to get her package. So I can't wait. So anyway, guys, I will catch you with another project soon, hopefully. Been kind of crazy, you know, with Christmas. You know, Christmas is Christmas. You have, you know, time with the family and whatnot. And then right after Christmas, I got wicked sick. And then I was laid up. After that, I finally felt better, and I had migraines for 5, 6, 7 days, something like that. And now my husband's not feeling well. And I'm still getting migraines because the barometric pressure, I don't know if anybody out there gets migraines like I do, but if the barometric pressure goes up drastically or down drastically, I get a migraine every single time. So it kind of sucks. So, in fact, I have one today. But I'm just kind of trying to concentrate on something else and muddle through. So, one more thing before somebody asks me the colors for my little giraffe. I'm just going to show you the Copic colors that I used, and you can pause the video if you so choose to. So there are the colors that I used in the card. Okay, guys, well, that's it for now. I am going to go back to cleaning my studio because it is a hot mess. Big mess. I've got stuff everywhere. I've got projects going. I have to start on another quilt. And I have some business work to do as well. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have a great day and make a happy memory. I'll catch you soon. Bye.